So this person asks, what do I need to do to not throw balls in the dirt? So I'll talk from a physical standpoint and then a mental standpoint. Physical standpoint, I think it's just timing into your slot. If you're a young guy, your timing into your release slot is going to be tough because you're dealing with, stability issues through space that, that's just the grind. That's like what it is. As you get older, you'll start learning and having more body awareness, and I think that'll help itself out. If you're an older guy, and you still struggle with throwing balls in the dirt, I would say it's a tempo issue from your hand into ball release and where your front foot is in space. If you ask this question, or even if you struggle with this as well, you can shoot me an email at contactrobbyrowe@gmail.com. That's Robby with a Y, and we can dive a little bit deeper into this if you would like. But more oftentimes than not, I see when guys are cutting it, they're trying to increase tempo. They're trying to increase the tempo of their hand because usually it's trying to throw harder, and therefore they're not getting into their slot on time in relationship to their lead foot, which is what I would call like the anchor. Now, from a mental standpoint, right? So I would say the mental standpoint with anything in the game of baseball especially, it's like you think about not doing something, and what's the first thing that's actually going to happen? The thing that you thought about not doing. So I think from a mental standpoint, focus more in the moment on your breath and get away from the fear of doing something that you don't want to do. It's the same thing like, I hope I don't throw a ball here, right? But then, boom, you thought it. So then your body is just that good at organizing and that adaptable towards the stimulus that you're giving it or the thought process that you're giving it. So therefore, it's going to do it, right? That's why I'm such a big proponent of breath work, and breathing and being in the moment, right? So if you're pitching and your thought process is don't throw this ball in the dirt, your mind is in the past and fearing the future outcome because of like what has happened in the past and how that's made you feel. So you need to find a way. I would encourage you to listen to the podcast I did on clearing the mechanism. You can find that on therobbyroweshow.com/podcast. Check it out. But there's a lot of good stuff on there in regards to like how to be in the moment using breath work. So I would encourage you to check that out if you're someone that does struggle with that. But we've all been there, right? We've all been there, man. Like 9-hole hitter up. Don't walk this guy. He's a 9-hole hitter. And then next thing you know, you're 3-0, right? So same thing with throwing balls in the dirt, I would say. But again, I don't know who this is. I don't know what you struggle with. I don't even know how old you are. So hopefully one of those things from the physical or the mental standpoint made sense and you can take something from that. But good question. Hopefully that cleans it up. Cool, man.